Yo, let me ask you guys something. Do black people have rights in Alabama? Like, do black people have rights in Alabama? Because, like, this nigga Deontay Wilder acts like black people are oppressed in Alabama. Like, you know, everybody's against the black man in Alabama. Or just like everywhere that Deontay Wilder goes, he's being oppressed. You know, everybody's against the black man. Because this is what he's always talking about. This is what he's always talking about. That it's like he tries to portray the fact that, like, people in boxing are against black fighters, right? People in boxing are against black fighters. Because Deontay Wilder is a black fighter, they're against him. This is what he's trying to say. You know, he's trying to make this fight into a white guy versus black guy fight. You know, Tyson Fury happens to be a white guy. He happens to be a black guy. So in the lead up of this fight, he's just been making it like that. It's like he's trying to portray it like that. Like, this is a black man versus a white man type of fight. But even before this, you know, he was talking about, you know, as he tries to make it seem like everybody's against black fighters, and because he's a black fighter, this is why they don't like him. Like, I remember a few months ago he said that British boxing fans were racist and they didn't like him because he was a black fighter. Some ridiculous shit like this. So I'm trying to, like, understand the mindset of Deontay Wilder. Why is it that he thinks this way? Why is it that he thinks that black fighters don't get respect? Black fighters, nobody likes black fighters. I don't understand. What I don't like about this is Deontay Wilder makes it seem like everybody's against the black fighter, right? Like, every boxing fan are against. Like, when he said that British boxing fans don't like him because he's black, he's talking about all British boxing fans. You can't just say British boxing fans, because when you say that, you're basically insinuating that every British boxing fan are against the black guy, right? I don't like when he says shit like this, because first of all, some of my favorite fighters in the past have always been black fighters. In my opinion, I think that black fighters are some of the best and most talented fighters in the world. These are just facts, in my opinion, and this is why there's so many champions when it comes to boxing. Look at how many champions black fighters have. You know, a person who happens to be black has become. Look at the. Sorry about the noise in the background, guys. I live in a fucking zoo. Anyway, look at the amount of champions there's been who happen to be black. To me, it's just annoying when I see Deontay Wilder always bring up race, because I feel like he's trying to bait people. I feel like he's trying to have people, basically make it controversy. Bring controversy when there's no controversy. Like, I haven't seen nobody going around saying, bashing Deontay Wilder based off his skin color, bashing Deontay Wilder, calling him what's names. Obviously, there's racist boxing fans out there, right? I understand this. There's racist boxing fans out there that don't like Deontay Wilder, and maybe because he's black. But those are just like a handful of people in a massive community of boxing fans. You can't just say that every boxing fan is against Deontay Wilder because he's black. Right? That's just a handful of people that claim that that they don't like Deontay Wilder because he's black. Deontay Wilder, claims that, he's happy with his life. He has a beautiful life. He has a lot of money. But then 2 minutes later, he's raging about, and he's pissed off about talking about race in boxing. Or he's sick of this. So, again, listen. I don't understand why Deontay Wilder always has to bring up race when it comes to him versus anyone. Again, when he says things like people are against black fighters, it's the most ridiculous shit in the world. People don't like Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder didn't have the best resume. That's what they didn't like. They didn't like him. Again, I'm not saying that nobody is racist. Obviously, there's some people out there that probably don't like Wilder because he's racist. All right. It's also the two reasons why people don't like But in my opinion, why people might not like Wilder is A, because of the fact that his resume that turned them off. That's the main reason. And B, because he say shit like what he's saying about, you know, everyone's against the black guy and all this shit. It's the same thing, same case with Tyson Fury. A lot of people don't like Tyson Fury because of the shit he says. Some of the things he says, they don't like him. And you look at on Twitter, they're bashing Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury is a white guy. It has nothing to do with his skin color. It's just that they don't like what he says, right? A lot of people hate Donald Trump. Why? Because of the things that he says. It's not because he's a white guy. It's the things he says. They don't like what he's doing. Some of the things he does. Some of the things he says. Right? So that's what it is, in my opinion, with Wilder, is his resume and the things that he says that comes out of his mouth. You know, not this whole bullshit that everybody's against him because he's a black man. Anyway, guys, I had to make this video. It just was on my mind. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'm out, man.